Welcome back, friends. In today's tutorial, I'll be showing us my very first attempt at creating a stylish pinafore bodice design in dressmaking for kids. Will it be a masterpiece or a hilarious disaster? There's only one way to find out. But before we jump right in, if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on any of my sewing tutorials. To all my returning viewers, thank you for your continued support. You're the reason I keep pushing my creative boundaries. Let's get started. The first thing I did here was to mark out a basic bodice pattern on a paper, and then we're going to start with the front pattern. We're going to alter it. So I decided to mark out 2 inches as the band. That is what I'll be using for the band area. If you want, you can also make yours 3, 2.5. It all depends on how bold you want the band part to be. So I decided to use 2 inches for that, but at this point I was just trying to connect the sides together before continuing the pattern. Like I was saying, I used 2 inches as the band, so I just mark that to the end and connect. But this 2 inches band is only going to be on the front. The back is going to be plain. So just go ahead and connect as I am doing here. Like I said, you can make yours even bigger than mine. You can go ahead and make your band 2.5, 3 inches. It all depends on how wide or bold you want your band to be. Then I went ahead and marked 1/2 inch from the armhole curve. Just mark 1/2 inch on both sides. This is where I'll be creating the strap. Then before you create your strap, make visible the midpoint of your armhole, because that is where our strap will either start or end. So you're going to make it visible so that you know where to end your strap. Then after which, just connect it from that 1/2 inch that we marked from the armhole. Just connect it now to create the strap. Now I am going to be doing that on both sides. This is a full front block pattern. So just connect the 2 sides and then decide how many inch to use as the band. So I am using 1 inch as the strap. So the strap I am working with 1 inch. Then I'm going to connect it to meet up to that same armhole midpoint. Just connect it straight to meet up to that point. You're going to repeat the same on the other side. Then the same will also go for the back pattern, but for now we're just concentrating on the front. So after connecting that, just measure what you have left from the midpoint to the armhole line. Whatever you have there, just divide into 2, or you can also connect your curve straight on that armhole. You can see I am just using 1 inch from the armhole because I want that part to be a little curvy. So I am using 1/2 of what I have in total, which is 1 inch. Then connect from the midpoint of your armhole. Just connect it to give it a little curve on that neckline. Then you can now extend any part of the strap leg that is not touching the line. Just go ahead and extend it. Now the front side is almost done. You can see that at the end of the day, some parts on this front will no longer be needed. As you can see, I am marking them X. That side will be going off. It is no longer needed. Now the neckline is ready. So I use 3 inches on what I have left from the band. Remember that the band now is separate. The band is close to the waist, is separate. So from the next line there, I use 3 inches. Now 3 inches is for those that want the pinafore to be straight. You can use 3 inches. If you don't want it to be straight, maybe you want it to be a little curvy, you can go in by 2.5 or even 2 inches. So I marked 3 inches here, but I later reduce it to be 2.5 because I want mine to be curvy. As you can see, the way it's looking straight, I don't want it that way. I want mine to be a little curvy. So I went ahead and removed 1/2. So I am now using 2.5. Okay, so these points depend on what you have in mind. If you like it straight, you can leave it as it is. If you want it curvy, you go ahead and make it curvy. So after doing that, I'll just connect to the new point now. The other side will be going off. This is a pinafore, so the other side will be going off. Okay, here I was trying to explain, if you want, you can use 2.5 or 3 inches, whichever you prefer. So this part that I'm marking X is going off is no longer needed. Now the front pattern, as you can see, it is ready. So I'm going to repeat the same for the back pattern. You can see that I am using the same measurement, everything I use the same. Okay, so before I finish up this pattern, I would like to remind us that our online classes are on. We have the beginner class, the intermediate, the advanced, the cupcake dress class, the blazer jacket dress class, the trouser class. We have so many classes for different level in dressmaking for kids. So if you're interested in any of these classes, kindly send me a WhatsApp message on the number that will be showing on the screen for more details about the classes. So continue watching so you can see how this dress will turn out to be. This is where we are so far. As you can see, I'm trying to place the pinafore on the main one to see what I have, and this is how it's looking so far, and it's not bad, as you can see. So I'm going to be showing us how to add the collar using your main pattern or the main fabric itself. So I have my pattern paper, just place it over like this as I am doing. I'm just trying to use the neckline to create the collar. Now you can see that I'm going to be tracing out the neckline. I'll just follow the shape of the neck, and this is the easiest way of creating your collar. Just place it after joining the shoulders together, place it on a pattern paper or on the fabric that you're working with, then trace out the neckline. At this point, I am trying to connect the neckline from the center front to the center back. This is a collar and it's going to be two pieces, one for this side, one for the other side. So I am connecting the neckline from the center front to the center back, which is the zipper side. Then I'm trying to make it visible for you to see the shape that I have here. Then after connecting my points together, I will now mark out my 2 inches. Remember I said I'll be making mine 2 inches. That is for the height of the collar. If you want, you can make yours to be bigger or smaller. So I'll be working with 2 inches. So follow the shape and mark out whatever inch you want the height of your collar to have. Mine, I am making it 2 inches. As you can see, I'm just following that line to mark it, and then you connect your points together. So that is basically what I'll be doing. Then after marking it out, you're going to be cutting out 2 pieces. Remember, it's going to sit on the other side and also on the other side. Okay, you're going to understand better by the time I finish sewing it. So after connecting, just cut out on your fabric and then make sure to add your sewing allowance. This is very important so that you don't have any shortage on the collar. So I'll quickly do that and then finish up the dress and show you the final look.